Hello everyone. How you guys doing? Good evening. Hi, good evening, Lily. Hi, good day to everyone here. Okay, welcome to this very short notice of this Facebook Live here. Because I actually got a lot of actually question here recently got to do with finance, So I think that is I should actually share what are the way to actually address this matter here. So and I appreciate that all of you here under a very short notice, you still joining in here. Thank you. Okay, so let me start this by greet all of you here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are right now. I hope everyone in good health and in great mood as well. Is your mood is good right now? How are you feeling now? Good. Yeah. So if I would like to actually ask you to rate your energy level from 0 to 10 right now, how would you rate yourself right now? Yeah, so yeah, I can sense that a lot of you here are in good spirit right now. Yeah, so this would be a very casual chatting here. Yeah, this is not a class, this is not a webinar, right? So it's more personal, like I'm talking to a friend. So just make yourself comfortable here. So and then I also received some of the message here that some of you are just back from work. Okay, yeah, take your time. Okay, I see a lot of response here. Yeah, some of you here energy here is 8, 9. Okay, good. Okay, Mona is 9. Very good. Yeah. So okay. So let's see. How many? Wow, Lazy is 10. Wow, that's really good. Oh, okay. All right. So I think that a lot of you here actually are still joining in here. So let me start this by actually telling all of you here why we actually doing this Facebook live today. Yeah, because it's been a while I didn't do Facebook live, but recently a lot of people asking me about a lot of question. Yeah, somehow I figure out that it's something to related to work, something to related to their job. So I think that basically, if I would like to summarize this, a lot of people are worried about their job, and also talking about money as well, like financial stability. Because a lot of people right now, some of it, yeah, I get to know that some of it actually are out of job, and some of them are temporarily suspended, and also some of the people now actually they are jobless and they are looking for a job, right? So they are very worried, and then they are asking me, since I'm doing Chinese metaphysics, so they are actually asking me, Iverson, yeah, can you help me to get uh, out of this rock or not, right? So and this is what we learn Chinese metaphysics for, right? Yeah, we're going to actually is the ability to solve problem, right? Chinese metaphysics is not a system here actually to deploy to impress anyone or to harm anyone, but it's a tool that actually we use, yeah, to help us to solve problems, one of it, and also make us to become a better person and ultimately achieve happiness, right? So that's the thing here. So and some of you are just joining in here, so I would like all of you here, yeah, just to click the share button right now. Yeah, so on your screen right now there's a share button, right? You click on it, and then so more people can benefit from this FB live here, right? Because we're going to talk about only one thing today. Yeah, we're going to talk about finance. Yeah, we're going to talk about how to pay the bills, right? Because some of you, actually not all of you here, I don't think that all of you here have this issue. Some of you here are actually doing really well, yeah, but you might knew someone, yeah, that actually probably in a struggling state right now, and then if you're wondering how can you help them. So that's what I encounter every day. Yeah, I encounter a lot of people that have this problem. So if you ask me, Iverson, how do you actually help them? I use a lot of system here, right? So and then one of it is barter. Barter is one of it. How many of you here are learned Barter before? Yeah, type the word yes. Barter student, if you learned Barter before, yeah, type the word yes right now. I want to see who you are. And then some, okay, all right. Hi, Monica. All right. Hi, Rika. Okay, wow. So many of you here learn 八字, right? Okay, so 八字 is about, understand and aware about your actual talent, so you can actually take action on the right direction, right? If no matter how committed you are, and if you take action on the wrong direction, it only get you to the wrong direction faster, right? So 八字 talk about that part, about changing ourselves to become better, right? So, but the other part of it is, not all the time, yeah, we actually have the willpower to change, right? Sometimes we are demotivated, sometimes we are not happy, right? So, and sometimes we need more energy, right? So, think about this is the difference between someone that willing to take action consistently on daily basis boils down to one thing, right? Boils down to whether they have the energy level or not, right? So sometimes if you think you're a procrastinator, if you think that you're someone that actually very lazy, it's not because you have the lazy genes inside. Yeah, it's because of only one thing, right? You have a low energy on that point of time, right? So your goal here actually to increase your energy, because your energy increase the moment your energy shoot through the roof, then you're able to see opportunity, and then you're willing to take action despite of all the challenges that you might encounter along the way. So that is the part that here. So in Chinese metaphysics system, yeah, that what we are using to help our client, and also what I'm using to improve energy is our feng shui as well, right? Don't you think so? Right, because especially during this lockdown right now, yeah, during this lockdown right now, a lot of people, you actually they stay at home, right? So since they are staying at home, don't you think their house feng shui also very, very important? Right? Just like me in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, yeah, we've been locked down since March 18th of March. Until recently, they are easing the lockdown a little bit here. So we actually spend like a full of 3 months at home, right? So if your house energy, is not favorable and is not conducive for growth, then you'll be an issue, right? So even you have the best parts in the world, yeah, it might not do you any good because your house energy keeps suppressing your greatness, right? So that is the one that we would actually want to actually aware of. Sometimes you might ask, right, how come I have such a great chart, and everyone tell me I have a great chart, but somehow I cannot perform at my best. So I would like you to actually check on your house. Maybe, yeah, the house energy is not conducive for your growth, right? So in the end, I think all of us here would like to ask, which in fact I also ask everyone, one very important question, right? Is your house is an asset or a liability? Right? Of course, not in terms of financial view. I'm talking about from the energy perspective, right? So the house should be have a high energy, and the moment you have high energy, house with positive and strong energy, which means that whoever live in there, they will able to benefit from the energy, and therefore they become a better person, right? So this one is very, very important. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm using it to help myself as well, because I understand the struggles, right? About paying the bills, and then also I've been through that before. And that's why I would like, once I able to actually get myself out of it, yeah, so and then I actually see that is something, yeah, that I can share with everyone. How do we actually take the first step, right? Of course, I'm not rich, I would say that the level that I wanted yet, but I see that I make progress, right? I make far more progress since the last 7 years compared to the last 20 years, right? So, and of course, yeah, I'm still moving forward. I'm still actually learn more, and strive to learn more in terms of how to become better person, a better skill. So I'm still continue to do that. So if you have a good feng shui house here, you actually keep your high energy, consistent, and then push you forward. Yeah, so you're willing to take action every single day. It's not about you getting beaten down, right? It's whether after you get beaten down, how can you actually stand up again and moving forward, right? How can you stand up again and keep moving forward? Yeah, so that's how we actually create results, yeah, in life, right? So like some of my friend actually asked me this question. Yeah, like every year actually, sometimes I meet with my old classmate, and then they actually notice some changes within me, because last time I'm someone that actually complain a lot, complain about my job, and then money is not enough, right? And then and suddenly that discovered that actually I changed my career totally, and then right now I'm no longer complaining, and then I actually do something I love, right? I actually do something that uh, my that according to my life purpose, right? And then of course, yeah, the moments your friends see there are some changes within you, right? They're always curious, right? And then they'll ask me one question: Hey, Iverson, right? So what happened to you, right? So why not? Since they know that I'm changing from a programmer, I'm used to be a programmer, and then now I changed to become a Chinese metaphysics consultant. They'll ask me, Iverson, yeah, what have you done, right? So can you share with me feng shui tips or not, right? A feng shui tips that I can deploy so I can find my life purpose, and then I can make more money than they were right now, right? So this is a question that everyone will ask me, right? I receive a lot of this question. Yeah, but the thing here is, yeah, I always would like to correct them, because most of the people, majority of the people, I won't blame them, because that's how this a lot of people actually force them to think like that. They always think that they only want they need to do is the thing that stand them from where you are where they can be, is because of they haven't found a activation yet, or maybe a button to click on feng shui or something, right? Then suddenly their life become better, right? So they always thinking is one secret formula or one secret tip here, right? So which means that if they're able to activate, for example, like a wealth star in the house, then suddenly the feng shui understand what they want, and then they actually the money actually fall from the sky, right? That's how they think about how money come to them, right? So therefore, not to my surprise, that a lot of people actually ask me, Iverson, yeah, give me one tip, how do I activate my wealth, right? Where's my wealth sector in my energy? And hopefully that the moment I tell them, and then the moment they do it, suddenly they become rich. And you know that it's not true, right? So if it's so easy, I wish it would be that easy, but if you look at all these how people achieve success in life using feng shui, is you want to know actually how, yeah, actually feng shui can help everyone one, right? So because feng shui, the whole purpose, if you deploy feng shui correctly, yeah, feng shui should able to help you to become a better person. Yeah, better person means that you're more driven, you're more clear, and then you're able to see opportunity, and you're hardworking, you're willing to take action. Yeah, what you say you're going to do, you're going to do it. Yeah, so good feng shui actually produce that, and a result of that, you become better. Since you already become better, then you can produce more value, you can contribute more, and in result of that, you make the money. Right, right. So this is how the feng shui work. You work on the person first, right? Don't you think so, right? If you are become better person, no matter where you go, which company you work for, you actually able to create success, right? If you're the wrong person, right, no matter even you work in the best company, yeah, let's say your partner says that your best industry is on technology industry, and even if you work on a favorable industry, you work on a tech company, according to your partner, it says it's good. But if you're the wrong person, you also will not able to succeed. What do I mean wrong person? Yeah, wrong person could means that you are someone that are lazy, they are not willing to improve themselves, and then they are not willing to work along with their colleague, So, and then they are not willing to take responsibility, they are complainer, right? So no matter where they go, the outcome will be the same. So if you want to use feng shui correctly, or if you're already in a good feng shui house, the feng shui house, good feng shui house, will able to actually infuse you with positive energy. Then you become positive, and then you're able to create result that you wanted, right? So that's the whole purpose of uh, doing feng shui. And once you know the underlying way how feng shui work this way, so you will not keep asking about how do I activate a wealth sector, right? Because if you activate a wealth sector to a wrong person, it will create more financial issues, right? If someone, right, if someone is has a very bad financial management, right? If you give this person more money, what would you think will happen to this person? Right? More issues, right? Because he don't know how to handle the money, right? So the first part here is not about activating the wealth sector to create more opportunity, right? Because sometimes even opportunity come, then this person will mess it up when then actually end up in more debt, right? That's why I see a lot of people that hit lottery, like after 5 years, they're worse than they were before actually hitting the lottery, because some people don't know, how to actually deal with a large sum of money, and then they invest wrongly, they buy all the assets, and in the end, they end up in debt. Right. So the how we use Feng Shui here is to actually help us, to get this, ourselves become right first. Right. So okay. So many of you are joining here. So and then you might ask, right? How does actually Feng Shui work, right? How do you actually make us become better? So if you don't, even let's say you don't know Feng Shui, I think you heard about the word say that the person you surrounded with is who you become. Don't you think so? So you're the average of the 5% you spend most of your time with. So because ourselves here, we also we get influenced by the energy or anyone that actually we mix with. This is what we call the power of proximity. Yeah, just I want you to think about there could be a time that when you're in a group dinners with your group of friends, and then maybe some this group of friends, everyone is very negative. Yeah, they keep talking about how bad their life is, how their boss mistreated them, so and all of these negative stories keep coming up, and after you hear all their drama, all their complaints, then you get more tired, right? Yeah, because all of these are energy vampire, right? That the moment you actually with them in a close proximity, right, then you actually get affected by it, right? It's just like as if like that absorb your energy away. And on the other side, if you actually mix with a group of people that constantly look for the next level to achieve, they are positive, they take action, they're continuously to grow themselves, don't you think, right? If you mix with them on daily basis and frequently, don't you think you will become those person as well? Right? So this, don't ever underestimate the power of proximity. Yeah, just like butter chart, right? Let's say you don't like your butter chart is so bad, right? But who asks you to actually just focus on your butter chart, right? In this world, there are a lot of people other than yourself, right? So if you discover that this group of people have a great butter chart, they're positive, they're achiever, by associate with them, right? By joining their circle, their inner circle, then you also able to actually influence by the energy as well, right? So I want you to write down this word here. Yeah, the power of proximity can change your destiny, right? This is the thing here, right? If you mix with the wrong group, you're affected by the wrong energy. And when we talk about Feng Shui, the same concept here actually apply to Feng Shui. Feng Shui also talking about the power of proximity, right? Because just now I told you, right, the moment you mix with certain group of people, you get affected by them, right? It's like who you surrounded with is who you become. So Feng Shui, instead of who you spending time with, Feng Shui talking about where you spending time in. Yeah, there's a difference, right? So yeah, you're talking about friends is who you spend time with, right? In Feng Shui, talking about where you spend time in most of the time, right? If you spend time in a good energy area most of the time, then what will happen to you? Tell me, right? You become better, right? Because every day you be infused with positive energy. But if you spend in an area that actually contain negative energy, and you spend on those area frequently every day, or maybe worse is your bedroom, and then you sleep on it like 8 hours, 9 hours per day. So what type of energy that infuse to you, right? It's negative. So if a negative energy, you feel depressed, you feel like things are not working out for you, you see the worst in everything, right? So therefore, the whole concept of Feng Shui here is a concept of positioning. Yeah, that in a nutshell, that's how Feng Shui works. Yeah, it's where do you position yourself in. Right? So in Feng Shui, like in your house, right? In your house, it could be how many area here? Yeah, it could be 8 area, right? So if you learn Feng Shui, you already know which area is good, which area is not so good, and then what is your goal here in the end, right? In the end, your goal here is to actually position yourself, or the individual, whoever that you love, in an area that is growth, that contains growth energy, right? So therefore, they actually can move forward, right? They are positive, they are strong, they are confident, right? So because parts chart you cannot change, right? The chart is really there, but you can use Feng Shui to enhance the good side of your parts chart, right? So I know that a lot of people keep blaming about the chart, why the chart is so bad, why they got clash, or all these punishment or destruction, right? So one of the solution to your worries about your parts chart, instead of using your willpower, of course, right? Let's say you can use your willpower to change your character, your nature, right? But that one takes time, right? So why not, if you use Feng Shui together, you make things easier, right? Instead of like you wait 5 years to change it. Yeah, Feng Shui, if you do it correctly, it could be 1 month, 2 months, you can see a great results already, so this is the benefit, right, of using Feng Shui here. So just, so many people are joining in right now. Okay, let me just say hi, first before I continue. Okay, Renakshi, okay, Christy, okay, hi everyone, so many of you. Okay, so and for those who are joining in here, if you just click the share button, so more people can actually listen to this, then the more people can benefit from it. Yeah, so pay it forward here. So now, and just I understand how you actually how you feel. Yeah, when you get maybe someone told you about Chinese metaphysics, talk about parts and Feng Shui, and there are a lot of information, right? But in the end, you don't know where to start sometime, right? The step here, and a lot of time, yeah, people they don't know where to start. It's not because the lack of information, it's because the lack of faith. Yeah, they think if they start this technique here, then they might missing out something, or something they haven't discovered yet, right? So that is the main thing that holding a lot of people that actually are applying, Feng Shui, be it Feng Shui, be it Ba Zi, or everything. Yeah. So today, purpose of today is to actually give you more clarity and more confidence in applying it, more from the financial perspective. Yeah. So why I can tell this, because I actually go through that part before, right? So for me, like 7 years ago, yeah, I was struggling financially, and I hate my job. How many of you here hate your job right now? Tell me, you don't like your job, you want to change. Type the word me right now. You might not necessarily hate your job, but you don't find passion on it. Yeah, you're dragging yourself, go to work every day, and you do it just because of money, right? So, and deep down in your mind, you are thinking to actually change to a new profession, yeah, somewhere in the future. Yeah, type the word me right now. I want to see who you are. Okay, all right. Thank you for being honest. Okay, Tammy, right? Okay, all right. So, Iverson Lee. Okay, so these are, yeah, is normal, right? So I see a lot of people like that, but normal doesn't mean, yeah, is something right. Right? So this is a part here, right? Our society are like that. Yeah, you think about this, right? Yeah, if you share with your friends, yeah, if you share with your friends that you are not happy today, yeah, you're not happy with your job, you feel a bit depressed, and you don't find energy or the passion in your current job anymore, what will normally people say to you? What would they say? Yeah, they'll say one thing. They'll say, "It's okay. It's all right." Yeah. So, it's normal. Yeah. And then everyone also have the same issue as well. They try to console you, right? Yeah. They tell you everything will be all right. Yeah. That is what normally people respond, because in the whole world here, most of the people are not happy with their job, right? And the other way, right? So in other way, if you tell your friend, hey, I'm so excited about my job, I cannot wait to go to work every single day, right? I wish, even now is Friday, I wish it were Monday so I can start to work again. Yeah, in your dictionary there are no like thank God it's Friday, that kind of thing. So what would your friend respond to you if you tell your friend like that? They'll ask you, are you crazy? Right? Yeah, everyone's supposed to hate the job, right? Why you are so psyched about your job, right? So this is, don't you think how our society being conditioned in a way that we're supposed to hate our job, right? So like last time, I having a in my laptop, in my working laptop, I have a messenger I can chat, and you can chat with everyone else, right? Last time I'm using a Microsoft Messenger. So some of you are very young, you don't know what it is. Basically, it's a messenger you can install on your computer, just like Skype, and then in every messenger you actually can tap in. Yeah, you actually can tap in the status. Yeah, the status, you can actually type in something, right? So sometimes people say type the food there, and some of them talk about their motivational quote there. So one day I changed my status. I typed the word I love my job. Right? I just type the word I love my job. And do you know what happened after I typed the word I love my job on my status? Just a minute after I updated it, and then a lot of people sending me message, and then they say, Iverson, are you okay or not? Right? What's wrong with you? You're not. They talk it in a way. They ask me in a way as if like we are. It's weird, and it's totally wrong to love your job. Why Yeah, because I probably it reflect how they feel inside, and the whole society are conditioned in that way. Yeah, that is a very in every time you work, it be something that you must find something unhappy within it. Yeah, that's how people perceive job is. So therefore, I realized this is a thing happening, and during that time, actually, I told you I'm struggling financially, and I don't know how to actually get out. Yeah, but I discovered that I have one very very special talent. You know what talent I have? Would you mind to pick a guess on this? Pick a guess on this. Okay, so now let me review to you. Drum roll. Uh, my special talent that I discovered on that time 7 years ago is spending. Right, that is my talent and my hobby as well. Yeah, so that I don't know when I actually developed this talent, spending. Okay. Yeah, not speaking. That time I don't even aware that I know how to speak, right? So that time the only talent I discovered that I had is the ability to spend all the money that I had. Which means that uh, 1 grand coming in and then 1 grand coming out. Yeah, that is my talent. How many of you have this talent as well? I'll call this shopping talent. Yeah, I have a very great talent in shopping. If you share the similar talent with me, yeah, type the word me. I want to see who you are. I want to connect to you. You're my clan. How do I? Why do I say I have talent? It's like that. If I have the ability to make 10,000 per month, I have the ability to spend 30,000, 3 times of the money that I earn. That is my talent. How many of you have this talent? Yeah, it's a bad talent, by the way, right? But that time I'm rather I don't know why I keep buying stuff, right? So this is when I think I tell myself I need to actually stop, right? Think about this, right? If I have 10,000, I managed to overspend 30,000 of it, 3 times of my actual salary, right? So how do I spend it? Yeah, it's very easy, right? So credit card, right? I spend on my future money. Yeah, that's what that get me into a financial trouble, right? I'm behind my bills. Creditors are calling, right? So if you go through that situation before, I truly understand. You're feeling terrible, and then yeah, it seems like never ending. You kept getting your credit card statement, and then you see the interest keep compounding. Don't know what to do. So and then the income are limited, but you get addicted to spending. You cannot stop. Okay, so that is where I am 7 years ago, right? So, and the turning point, right? The turning point during that time is when I actually heard that time my father, my father told me that time, he said that he going to retire. Yeah, is it good news or bad news? Right, it's a good news. I am happy for him, right? Because finally he worked so hard to actually raise all of us up, but right now he can actually retire is good, right? Happy for him. But at the same time, I also add more stress to me, correct or not, right? Since my father is retired, as a son, it's my job to actually, support his living. I mean, in terms of financially, right? So therefore, it further add more stress to me, right? So, but of course, yeah, there's a mixed feeling. One part of it, I feel happy for him. Just finally, he can actually relax a little bit, have a more comfortable life. But I'm fine if at that time I'm financially sound, but I'm not, right? So that time is more stress, and that is, I would say that if you ask me when is the turning point, is the pain. So normally people are motivated more by pain rather than pleasure, right? So think about this, right? When you go to see doctor, or do something good for your health, is the moment you have pain, you have illness, right? Then suddenly you afraid that it could become worse. Then we take action, right? At the moment of time that when you're okay, so that part might not be something you are focusing on. So pain is a driving force. Yeah, then that actually make us to take action, right? Why do you work, right? Because why do you actually worried that you're not able to hit the deadline in your job, or in the task that you're given to you? It's because of one thing. It's not because you are that responsible. It's because you afraid that if you're not able to deliver the job on time, then you might lose your job, right? That's a pain. You might not get the money. Yeah, you get someone will ask you to leave. Yeah, so we don't like that kind of, right? So I will always say that fear or pain, yeah, is the best motivator. So during that time, yeah, when I actually I would say that this is a deep bottom, so there's a point that I feel like, everything is not actually working out. I cannot see any hope. That is the time that actually I ask myself, is there any other way I can actually work this out or not, right? Because I'm a programmer at that time, so my mind is very logical, right? If you try to explain to me something that is metaphysical or abstract or quantum physics, I would like to actually question you a lot, because due to my nature as a programmer, I'm very logical. Yeah, I have a very scientific mind. Yeah, so that's how my mind operate, right? So that time, yeah, I actually encounter the art of Feng Shui, right? And then I heard that, if you use Feng Shui, right, it might not be make you the most wealthiest person, but if you know Feng Shui, it's impossible for you to become poor. Yeah, I've been told that. Dato Joey told me that, right, during that time. And at that time, I didn't actually have any knowledge about Feng Shui. But since I have no choice, I have no options. So that time, I'm willing to try. And due to my nature, I still have some resistance, because in my part of my logical mind say, what is this, right? But the other part of the desperate me of me that time, that actually say, yeah, what option do you have, right? Beggar cannot choose, right? Not right. So I do it, right? I deploy it, and not knowing much, as probably some of you know about Feng Shui right now. So that time, actually, I use one technique. It's called a Nobleman Technique. Because I don't know. Then you might ask me, right? So why I use this technique among everything? Yeah, let me tell the secret. You want to know the secret why I use the Nobleman Technique in Feng Shui? Is because, yeah, very simple. Is because that is the only technique that I know that time. Yeah, so that is there's only one technique I know. I don't know anything else. So I have no choice but to use that technique, right? So I look at my house. That time I went back to my house, and because remember I talked about the house is about energy, right? The whole game here is to position yourself on a good energy area. So that time I discovered that one of the area in my house is contain a great energy, and is if you learn Feng Shui, you plot the formula, we discover that that area here is a Nobleman energy. So which means that if you position yourself on that area, you will actually meet someone willing to help you, or maybe you be in a place in the right time, and then that's where you see opportunity coming up, right? So I think that all of us here, I think the reason we are where we are right now is because of some point in your life, you meet someone, and then this person changed your life. Don't you think so? Right? It could be anyone. It could be your spouse. Yeah, it could be a teacher. Yeah, it could be a stranger. Right? So whenever you activate this nobleman star, right, somehow this energy will able you to attract to some that will attract some people that come to into your life, and and help you to become better, right? There might not necessarily to be a kind person, yeah, and there might not necessarily be someone that fall in love with you, but it's someone that help you to become better, right? So is it possible that someone that scold you, that humiliate you, and because of that you become better? It's also possible one. So there's a lot of misconception about nobleman. They always think that nobleman must be someone very docile, someone very soft spoken. No, sometimes the nobleman could be nasty, and because you want to prove that person wrong, then you become better, right? So some nobleman inspires you, and therefore that time I don't know what I really want that time, right? I just say that I don't want to get into, or I don't like doing what I'm doing right now. I need some guidance to get rid of my financial issues that time, right? Because I behind all the bills, right? I need to settle that part, and I don't want to let my family know because I don't want them to worry as well, right? Because that time I'm already a full-grown adult, right? Then you should able to make money to support yourself, right? Let alone you want to support your parents. Don't you think so? So that time I actually deployed this technique here, and I don't know anything, and actually I forgot about it after actually I activate it, right? Because the time when I'm still new to Feng Shui, right? So the faith on how Feng Shui work is still not there. So once I activate it, and then I totally forgot about it, right? So I don't even actually pay attention or observe what are the effect of it. Yeah, but after I think around 1 month or two, I'm not sure. That's because it's like 7 years ago. I cannot recall it. And I think 1 month plus. So during that time, after I activate it, and there's a time that actually Dato Joey actually asked me one question. Yeah, he asked me. He said, "Iverson, yeah, if I would like to give you an opportunity to speak, right, and become a consultant, would you be interested or not?" Right? This actually come from a conversation I had with him, because I was a programmer, right? So I'm a bit shocked actually, and when he asked me this question, yeah, and you think about this, right? As a programmer, he's an introvert, yeah. And by the way, I'm an introvert, right? I don't like to talk a lot, right? So I don't like, right? So programmer is a perfect job for me, yeah. But I don't know why I still hate it. Because a programmer, you don't talk to anyone, right? You just look in front of your computer, and then you just sit there, report to the desk from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and then you repeat the whole activity, this same activity every single day, right? It's a very boring job. Yeah, but it doesn't say that it's a bad profession, because some of you enjoying it. Yeah, I know it's a very noble profession, but for me, is I don't like it. I don't know why, right? So, and then when Dato Joey actually asked me, about this, presenting me on this opportunity, a lot of things run through my mind, right? Then I told him, right? I told him that it's a bit hard for me, right? Because I don't know how to speak, and I'm a programmer, right? So I'm sure that I'm scared like hell if I stand on stage to speak, and then basically I'm making excuses, right? It's normal. Because as a human nature, we actually resist change, right? Everything that's uncomfortable, we always think is not suitable. Don't you think so? A lot of time, yeah, we mistaken uh, uncomfortable being unsuitable. Right? Sometimes I ask people to check the chart. They say you have a talent in marketing. They say no, right? So because I tried first time, I failed, right? So don't worry, because every time you actually start something, of course you're being uncomfortable, but it doesn't mean you are unsuitable one. Yeah. So don't make that conclusion fast. So after I tell him all these excuses why I shouldn't take it, then he actually responds with a very very profound reply, right? That actually define the decision I'm going to make during that time. Yeah, after he hear about all these excuses, yeah, all these useless excuses, then he told me, Iverson, yeah, just tell me yes or no, right? If you say no, you continue back to your programmer life. And if you say yes, yeah, you might do something very different and might actually, bring you to the next level. Yeah. So all I need to know is whether it's yes or no from you. Okay. And his reply actually stunned me, right? Helped me realize that I'm actually is like a baby crying over a spilled milk, right? It's like complain here, complain there, and then that time I say, okay, right, I have no choice. I'm struggling financially. I don't know what to do, right? So why not I follow someone, a wise that is successful and know what he's doing, right? So and fortunately that time I say the word yes, and therefore that's how I actually get started, yeah, on this Chinese metaphysics. Yeah, then I learn how to speak on stage and learn how to actually master Feng Shui, master Bazi, and how that I going able to talk to you right now. Yeah, it's because of that one decision that I make, and it resulted from the nobleman activation. Yeah, that I actually activate on my house, right? So if you ask me, what is my favorite activation, Feng Shui activation or Feng Shui technique, I would say one of it is nobleman, because it's my first love, right? Don't you think the first love is the one that actually leave you the deepest memory, right? That ingrained into you, right? So that's my first exposure to Feng Shui, yeah, nobleman. If you ask me right now why this opportunity happened, I still don't know yet. Yeah, because this is a mystery of Feng Shui, right? Sometimes there's no logic to it, but somehow it's happened, the opportunity. Then I'm glad that I actually take it, right? That is the turning point, right? So when I do that, right, and the thing here is whenever you totally switch your career, I think some of you want to actually switch your career, right? So if you actually want to switch your career, do you think it's easy or hard? Actually, it's very hard one, because you need to unlearn everything you learned so far. Yeah, because during that time, I need to let go a lot of things. Yeah, because my parents actually are actually invest a lot of money for me to study in college in IT, in technology, because as a programmer, you need that, right? So I actually spent like 2 to 3 years in college to study this. And this means that I'm thinking, if I don't able to make it as a speaker, I'm wasting all my parents' money. Yeah, because they worked so hard to support me in college to study IT, or information technology, so I had to become a programmer. And then now, in the middle, I'm not only not able to make money, I want to change path. Yeah, don't you think that time I'm very uncertain, right? If I fail, yeah, becoming a speaker or consultant or not able to make it, then I'm wasting my family money for the all my college funds, everything that my family support me. Everything will be actually wasted. Yeah, so that add even more stress to me, right? So therefore, during that time, I say, okay, right, I need to make this work. So, but I don't know how yet. Yeah, just to be candid with you here, if you ask me, Iverson, 7 years ago, do you know exactly what you want to be? Not clearly, yeah, speaker or consultant. Let me tell you, the answer is no, right? I just see the next step on it. That time, my mind only had one goal. I want to get out from my financial issues. That's so a lot of people always think I'm the purpose and or the clarity actually come in during the process. Few years after that, when you see something you do got results, and then finally you feel good doing it, and then you enjoy doing it, you become better. Then only slowly the life purpose or the passion develop. Yeah, when I actually started this, I tell you from the start, if you ask me why do I start Feng Shui, it's purely on financial purpose, and I don't know what else I can do. Right? So now I already decided to do this path here, and I need to burn all the bridges behind me, because if I fail my parents as well. Don't you think so? Right? So I have no choice. So therefore, it even forced me, and to do more. Right? You can imagine what a desperate man will do one. So I learned Feng Shui. That time I say, since I'm become a speaker or consultant, I'm pursuing. Yeah, that time I'm not even a speaker or consultant yet. You cannot like change from programmer become a speaker and consultant the next day, right? So I do something like apprentice, right? So which means that I'm not a consultant yet, but I learn by actually observing the teacher, my mentor, Dr. Joey, and then sometime I have like a little breakout session, like 10 minutes, he actually gave me opportunity to speak. So that's how I practice it, right? So that time I asked myself, right, how can I, speed the things up, right? Because I need to see result fast, right? And then of course I need to work hard. Yeah, that is no negotiation on that. But the other part here, what are the unfair advantage that I can actually tap into since I know Feng Shui, right? So because feeling is not an option for me during that time. Everything is as states. So at that time I learned furthermore, remember just now I told you about the nobleman, right? That's the one that I'm learning to get me the opportunity. So now, since now I'm, then I asked myself the time, since I'm actually doing speaking and consulting and teaching, I'm pursuing that path. So which area in my house that able to support my career role, right? That, don't you think this is very important? Yes, yeah, that one I asked myself what type of feng shui technique I can use, right? So therefore, that time I learned about flying star, I learned about it mentioned there are so many things here, and then do a lot of research. I do a lot of research on that part, because during that time, feng shui, there are so many source of information, right? Yeah, some sources I search from internet. Yeah, if you do this, you're going to become rich. And then another sources say that if you do the same technique here, you're going to broke tomorrow. Tell me, if you were me, which one would you follow? Right? One teacher says something A. If you do A, you're going to become rich tomorrow. And then the other person say that if you do A, you're going to broke tomorrow. Yeah, you're going to. So therefore, that time I asked myself one question: if I want to become healthy, right? So where I should actually learn to become healthy is not through doctors. Sometimes you see, even you get advice from doctor, the doctor himself also not very healthy one. Right? So they don't walk their talk, right? So don't you think you should learn from someone that already very healthy, or someone that lived beyond 100 years old? Make sense? So if I want to learn feng shui from the right sources, I'm not blindly follow information, because information could be confusing. Why not I follow someone that already got results? Make sense? Right? Because if someone already got results of using feng shui, which means that the technique that he's using is correct, or he or she, right? So that time, yeah, and I noticed that Dato Joey actually, grow his business so fast, and then he becomes so successful. Then I say he must be doing something right. Yeah, that's where I learned from him. And then at that time, I'm still a very beginner in Flying Star. Some of you learned Flying Star before then, and he is the one that actually shared with me a different perspective of Flying Star, which we using the purple white script. Yeah, so this is a part that actually he shared with me. Is like if you learn Flying Star, there's a numbers, right? So each numbers actually tell the different type of energy inside your room. This is not your lottery number, okay? Yeah, this is not lottery number. Yeah, but this is the thing that the thing here is each numbers here represents certain type of energy. Yeah, so that time I'm learning Flying Star, because Flying Star is very time based. So which means that now is period 8. There are only few star I can use. I can use 8, 9, and 1, right? And then the rest is not so suitable because it's not timely. Yeah, but in purple white, right? In purple white, every stars you also can use, right? Because what I want to do here, I want to become a speaker, I want to become a consultant, right? So speaking ability is very, very important. Yeah, and bear in mind, whenever I mention speaking ability, doesn't mean that you need to speak 24/7. Doesn't mean that you actually need to actually speak all the time Yeah, that one is called annoying, That one is not called speaking ability, right? A great speaking ability is someone, the moment they speak, they're able to influence someone. Yeah, that's how I define someone that have a great speaking ability. Like Barack Obama, don't you think he's a very great speaker? He's so calm, and every word he says, you actually can influence millions. Yeah, so that part is, so whenever we look from Flying Star perspective, right? So the star number 7 represents speaking ability, number 7. All right. And the thing here is, if you look at Flying Star number 7 is not timely, because now it's period 8. So number 7 star is already old star, is a retreating star. Yeah, so which means that they lost its power. Yeah, but the thing here is, when I learned purple white is a advanced system of flying star, is Shangong. So it's another level. There's you using the star, but they interpret the star different way. So every star in the chart is usable. Yeah. So from 1 to 9, regardless of the period we're in right now, right? Because each star is a 12 star. Right? You might think, right, 12 star maybe it's not only number 2 and number 8. No. Yeah, because all the star from 1 to 9 represent a 12 star, because each star represent ability, right? If you want to pay your bills or you want to create more money, you want to know where the money coming from. The money coming from where? The money always, yeah, let's say you say that you want to double up your income, you want to double up your business. So what you need to do? Right? A lot of people always tell me, Iverson, I want to double my sales. How? I want to double my income. Yeah, the answer will always be the same. If you want to double your income, you need to double your value. Don't you think so? As long, if you not able to become better every single year, you're not able to make more money. You will not. Yeah, it's a universal law, because the money always flows to where the value resides. Right? Think about this. Yeah, if you are a heart surgeon, yeah, you spend 1 hour operating someone, would you make more money than another person that actually doing maybe a very mundane, unimportant job? I'm not discriminate other people's job, because in this world there's there will be a different job for everyone. But if you're talking about value, right? So 1 hour someone spend on something compared to the other person also spend 1 hour, the one that give more value will make more money, right? So if someone is a heart surgeon, they can save lives, so they can make more money. So if you want to create more money, the first thing here is you need to make yourself valuable. You must make yourself more valuable than you are yesterday. Don't you think so? Right? If you actually have this commitment in yourself that every day you want to become better than yesterday, I would say that in 1 year, yeah, you can become your growth will be very staggering growth. So it's a huge leap here. So therefore, if you want to create more money, yeah, you ask what kind of value we can improve, right? If you're an accountant right now, what can you do more? Yeah, if you're a parser consultant, what can you do more? Yeah, besides doing parser, will you able to actually help people to solve their Feng Shui problem or not, right? So if you're parsers consultant, you don't know Feng Shui, right? You only can get paid for certain amount, right? But if you're, let's say right now, you actually learn Feng Shui, and then now you become more valuable, and in result you become more valuable, then people willing to pay you more money. Now you're not only able to read their destiny, you're able to use Feng Shui to help them to change their destiny. So what's the difference here? Because simply reason here, because you are more valuable right now. Therefore, you can make more money. So instead of pursuing the wealth star, because even you have it, it doesn't, you're not able to benefit from it because you're still the same person. Why not? We need to increase our skill set, our knowledge, so we become more valuable to the company or to a business or to the market, right? So the reason, someone make more money than you is not because of their party chart is better than you. Yeah, it's because they are more valuable than you. Yeah, so how do you know if you're working for a company, right? So how do you know you're valuable? Yeah, very simple, right? If you just ask yourself this question, if the company going to going to actually downsize the whole company, and they only can remain three key employees, are you one of the top three or not? Right? If you're one of the top three, means that you're doing a great job. If you're not, make sure that you need to take some action, and then hustle to make yourself into the top three spot. Get yourself there. Yeah, so that is why I thought the moment you're the top three, you don't worry about bonus. Don't worry about increment. Which in fact the boss more worried than you for leaving. Yeah, so therefore they're going to do their best to keep you there. Yeah, so that is a part of it. So when we look at the Shanggong purple white system here, all the number 1 to number 9, all these 1 to number 9 star represent certain skill sets. Okay, so one represents certain skill set, second, number two represents certain skill sets, all until number 9. So it depends on what you are doing right now on your career or business. Then you need to use the number that will able to support your growth on that area. So on during that time, since I want to become a consultant, I want to become a teacher and a speaker, then I'm using the star number 7. Right? How many of you here are aspire to become or maybe you're already a teacher, you're a public speaker, you're a coach, you're a consultant, right? A lot of time you're giving advice to people, right? Type the word me here. Or you intend to become. Let me see who you are. Okay, all right. So many of you. Okay, all right, cool. So now, some of you show here say intent. Okay, very good, right? So if you want your career success or your business success depend on your ability to influence other people, then number 7 star is very important, right? So there are few ways to do this. If you ask me that time, what I'm going to do here, because number 7 star is actually, if you look at Feng Shui formula, number 7 star actually resides in the west sector. So during that time, yeah, so since the number 7 star resides in the west, so I need to ensure that my west sector have a good feng shui, right? So that's what I do. So I make sure that area is clean, the energy can flow, and then make sure the numbers there is good. Yeah, so I constantly using that area, and the more I using it, then I would say that I see more opportunity. I can see that more way to improve my skill, right? So do you think I would choose a house that is missing a west sector? Of course, no, right? I can miss any sector, but I cannot afford to miss the west sector, because west sector govern communication, yeah, govern your influence ability. So all of you here intend to want to become a speaker, I want you to check later on, yeah, after this Facebook live here, check on your west sector, because in a low shoe chart, west sector, the base energy is reside, the number 7 reside in the west, right? So you check that area whether it's good or not. Of course, some of you don't know much about feng shui right now, so you can actually define good or bad whether that area is messy or that area is spacious or not. Spacious means good, and then if it's messy, is crowded, means it's not good because the energy is not flowing. Yeah, but some of you here are already intermediate. You're already a feng shui student, right? So and then probably can look at the external environment where you can actually connect to the or strengthen that area or not. Yeah, so that's what I do that time. I want to improve my skill because I know that the more valuable I become, the more money I'm going to make. Don't you think so? That's my goal here. Instead of I don't even activating any wealth star, right? That time, yeah, because my mentor Dato Joey told me, he said that don't wasting time with activating wealth star, activating your skill first. Yeah, what is your skill you want to acquire? So that's what exactly what I do, right? So the moment I do that, of course, I still need to hustle. I still need to actually do the part, right? You need to show up. Yeah, I need to practice and everything. But if you already using feng shui and you're already taking action, you actually are participating on the process of actually creating a new, I would say, destination for you or new destiny for you. Yeah, because all feng shui need participation. Are you participate in the feng shui setup or not? So that time, yeah, I'm working hard. I wake up early, I do the part I'm supposed to do. And then with feng shui, I see the progress become faster. I see more opportunity, and also give me a good mindset to continue, because a lot of time here, not if we depend on willpower alone, sometimes we feel good, we do something, right? And then sometimes if we are not in mood, we are not doing something. But if a good feng shui is supporting you, it gives you the energy, because you don't depend on willpower. Well, willpower never lasts. Sometimes you get inspired, you do more, right? No, we don't depend on that. We depends on one thing, energy. Yeah, as long we continue to harness our energy, we will see a reason not to give up on something. right? Because we have faith that things going to work out from the start. And then by doing this feng shui setup here, and then I see that things are working out for me. Yeah, fortunately, yeah, at that time, and therefore I able to actually pursue this path and share more story with people. Yeah, how feng shui affect my life, and then also my clients' life as well. Yeah, so this is what I do, and later on when I actually see more results on this, and then finally the third step I'm doing here, I set up my house working area, because my house also have an office, right? Office is where I do my work, I do my planning, and because and I that time I have a lot of ideas, want to actually create course, right? So create a course to share with people. I think some of you actually attended the course that I'm conducting, right? So then you might ask, right, Iverson, yeah, where are these ideas coming from, right? This idea, bear in mind, I'm not a very creative person, right? So I'm the idea doesn't just come in at will most of the time. So I need to set my house feng shui to foster idea, creativity, and innovation. All right. So therefore, that time I'm using a purple white formula, and what you call the 1-4 formation. Yeah, 1 and 4. Remember, just like using 7. 7 is one number, right? So I discovered that my house, I want to set up a 1 and 4 combination. And the moment you have this, is something is uh, this combination tell you about innovation, talking about your ability to convert knowledge into something that is useful to others, and therefore you can impact on other people's life to make them become better as well, right? Do you realize that a lot of people, they know a lot of information, but they don't know how to actually convert it into product or services so can benefit more people, and therefore your knowledge are wasted, right? So that time I using this 1-4, I'm still using it right now. This is where I used to brainstorming, for brainstorming, and then a new idea creation, what are new courses I'm going to conduct, and a new idea, new structure. I'm using this a lot, right? That's why you see for the last 3 years, I conduct a lot of courses. And all these courses, if you happen to learn from me before, is actually the content, the subject, everything are research, and I would say that are finalized and compiled in a 1-4 room. Yeah, I discovered that more creativity come. Right. So if some of you here have a 1-4 room in your house, do it. Yeah, because in purple white, yeah, one of the very important, they put a lot of emphasis on 1-4 formation or 4-1. Right. So because this is one of their ideal, or what we call the holy grail of this number combination, that they always seek after this number. Right. So unfortunately, my house have this formation, and even you don't have, you actually can tweak it around. Yeah, like using a small tai chi, or even maybe their technique called, you yourself also got a number 1. Maybe you're number 1 or number 4 already, right? Then you can actually fill up the gap, and create the 1-4 formation. So that's what I do, and then this will foster a lot of creativity, and that's why every day right now I always have something new to do, and I always have endless idea coming up, right? So this is the how I use feng shui, yeah, on my daily job, and even I'm doing consult at home. I'm also using a 1-4 room, right? Because in order to provide sometime a creative solution to client, so we need to think creatively. We need to think out of the box. So that's how I use feng shui, right? So, and therefore I want to tell one thing: feng shui is not something you actually activate something and then your whole life depends on it. Yeah, it's not like that. Yeah, feng shui is something you use consistently. Yeah, it's not like you use one day and then it's like health, right? You want to become healthy, right? Do you like eat one healthy meals and then the rest of your life will be healthy? No, right? You need to do it consistently, right? Life doesn't give you what you do once in a while, right? You get results by what you do consistently. Yeah, be in health or wealth or relationship or happiness as well, right? So that time I keep doing this. I didn't stop. And if I look forward, like after like 7 years, I start to see changes, right? First of all, I able to get rid of all my debt. Then I can, and with some I save some money aside, and then some money I can do for investment, and then also some money I can spend on something I like to have, right? I make a goal 7 years ago. I want certain cars that I like, and then for I mean, I'm being grateful that the last 2 years I able to make a I need able to buy the car that I like. Yeah, 7 years ago I write down as a dream, but I able to materialize it. And of course, this is not something I able to achieve alone. Yeah, it's something thanks to everyone's support, and then Feng Shui, and then Nobleman, right? So everything that come along that actually give me all these uh, options that I'm able to do right now. Okay, so this is how this is just a short introduction about how I use feng shui to actually from someone that behind the bills, and creditors are calling, and then now to a point that able to build the first step to actually achieve financial freedom. Right, I'm still working hard, because I compared to my goal I want to achieve, I'm not there yet. Yeah, there are still so many things to do, but so far I able to actually learn a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience about feng shui. How do you apply feng shui? How do you actually use butter, everything? And I hope that I can share with everyone as well. Yeah, so that's why I do this Facebook Live here. Yeah, so if you forget about everything I say today, I remember one thing: don't stop growing. Yeah, always make yourself useful. Yeah, so this is the I would say that the mindset that if you have this, you can actually outthink any talented guy outside. You can outwork, you can outdo everyone outside. Yeah, just because you refuse to stop growing. Yeah, you continuously improving yourself, even 1% per day. If you do it consistently, right, then you cannot imagine that how much you're able to achieve in 1 years. And you're going to use feng shui to help you to support that momentum. Yeah, that's how you combine the man and the earth together, right? So earth is the feng shui energy, and then man is your partner, right? So we combine together, you can create results. So this is what I do. Okay, all right. So let me see. So let me see whether I can answer some question here. Okay, Tanya, if star 1 and 7 have the same energy, no, yes, all these are energy is different. Yeah. So number one star is a star of I would say intellectual, is a star of wisdom, is also a star of helpful people. Right. So it's kind of like nobleman star. And number 7 is a star of communication, is a star of debate, yeah, and also a star of enjoyment as well. Because number 7 star, they also like to enjoy. Okay. Okay, more comment. I'm number 4 person. How do I use number 1? Okay, this one will be this one you need to have some strong fundamental of feng shui first, right? Especially on purple white. Yeah, because 1-4 combination got to do with all this placement here. So, but I can explain you the concept, right? But you don't try to force it in because I'm not sure what is the level you are in right now, right? So basically, it's here number 4. If a room that have a good number 1, you go into that room, you already form a 1-4 combination. Yeah, that's the concept. Okay. All right. Okay. This question from Vicky. How do I find out energy of each number star? This one you can actually, we have a book. You can actually learn from the book. If you want to learn application, we have a lot of feng shui courses. Yeah, like the recent feng shui academy. You can actually join where Dato Ju will explain to you all of this number, and not only the meaning. Yeah, but more importantly is how you're using it. Yeah, because each of these number here also behave differently when they see other numbers. So you want to know that part out first. Yeah, so to answer your question here, yeah, you can read it from books. And I would say that if you ask me my suggestion, yeah, you it's better for you to learn it from a course, because you get a whole idea, especially on the application, right? Because it's like this: you can read from the book for understand the theory, but application, yeah, you need to get from the class, yeah, because it's where we're going to show you how do you apply it. Just like driving a car, right? You can read as many you want on how to drive a car from the book, yeah, but you still cannot drive a car until you actually, driving the car, right? So this is a part that, yeah, I would suggest you to do. Vicky Lim? Okay. Okay, Swacha, is the star 7 are same as hurting officer in Parzer? If hurting officer is low, 7 star can use to make up. Okay, 7 star might contain some attributes. This is a Parzer question, by the way, right? So because in Parzer, HO, I just explained to those who are new here. Yeah, so hurting officer is a star about the ability to perform, the ability to speak, the ability to influence, and then there are also someone that have a very high opinion. So if you ask whether 7 star is the same as HO, the hurting officer, I would say that 7 star is not HO, but it contains certain attributes of HO, right? So 7 star contains the ability to speak and present well. Yeah, but HO, there are thousands of meaning of HO. So 7 star contains some attributes of HO. So if your HO is low, like what you mentioned here, so HO low could means that now you're not able to present yourself very well. If you need to improve that skill, then yes, you can use number 7 star to actually improve your presentation skill. Okay. Okay, Michael Chua. So is Nobleman activation same as sun activation using water, fire, nail, or 2 weeks or certain days, right? So the activation that I use at time, I'm not using water or whatever. So and anyway, nail you cannot do. Nail you're talking about hitting a nail or drilling, that kind of thing. So I'm not using that. I'm just position myself on that area, right? So you want to use certain activation, you can actually there are a few ways to do it. One, I think the best way here is you position yourself on the area so you can get the energy directly. So if you're not, then you can use water, you can use fire, and that kind of thing here. But that one, you need the right time to do it. Yeah, that's the thing. I also don't know whether the sector going to put is suitable for water or not. So you need to consider more factor doing it, right? So if you want an easy way to do it, then I would say you position yourself on that area and do your work on that. This question from Pama, while deciphering purple white, will you still consider Yi Jing meaning? Right, so the Yi Jing meaning give you a divination meaning. So I would say that you don't need to derive for the meaning to actually use purple white feng shui, because purple white feng shui, there are two parts, right? So one part is divination. You want to tell about what's happening in the house and all those things. You want to predict something, yes, then the EJ can help you to enhance or give you a different perspective of the prediction. Yeah, but if you want to use feng shui to create results like wealth or happiness, relationship or whatever, you do need to consider the hexagram, right? So the hexagram, the Yijing hexagram is additional bonus for you, but you don't need to understand that to make the purpose style feng shui work for you. Right? Because a lot of time I believe that people, when they want to apply like a purple white feng shui, yeah, they want results, right? Don't you think that's what we all want about, right? So like you say, you want to learn puzzle, you want to learn feng shui, you want to learn Shimen, everything, because the reason you learn all these things, because you believe that by actually doing all these things, your life will become better, right? So therefore, focus on result. So the hexagram, yeah, you don't need to understand that to apply it. And if you know it, next time it will help you on the divination aspect. Okay, Pang Pang? Okay, so roof crestro is 5 star is bad in purple white. No, it's not bad. Yeah, all the star in purple white are neutral. It depends on how you're going to use it, right? So of course, number 5 star is a bit volatile. Yeah, so it's right depends on what outcome you want to achieve. Right, number 5 star is volatile, is risky, but the rewards also very huge, right? So depends on who using it. So therefore, why good or bad depends on the user, right? If you are someone that are risk averse, you actually treasure stability and certainty more than maybe uncertainty or venture, then number 5 star might not be so suitable for you. But if you're someone willing to take a big risk, right? So you're a business tycoon, yeah, you control an empire, then you can actually use the number 5 star to serve you. Okay, so good or bad depends on the user. Okay, all right. So okay, Michael, thank you. You're welcome, Michael. Okay, so that's why you see that time when I do this, right? This hold on, let me see who else here. Yeah, so back to someone just now asked, right? What actually I'm doing right now? In terms of Feng Shui, right? So that time, remember I told you that I need to get myself out of these financial issues. But after I do that, I create a skill, and then that's where I start to generate income coming in, and then clear all my debt. And then finally, I reach to a point that I ask myself one question, right? So right now, I'm still making money as long I'm working. What if there are a point of time, maybe you want to go for vacation and you're not working anymore? Would the money still coming in or not? Don't you think this is also important? Right? When while you're young, we still have energy, we don't think about that, right? So, but you think about this. At the moment we are getting older, our energy will be depleted, right? So how long can you work? Yeah, there must be a point, there must be a point that you actually make money works hard for you, which means that even you are sleeping, you still can make money, right? Because you cannot exchange your energy for money forever, right? We all of us here, we're going to get old, no matter who you are, right? So therefore, don't you think just now I share with you about making money, right? But don't you think if you look at long run, we need more strategy to actually approach this financial aspect, right? So therefore, my mentor told me when I want to create wealth, yeah, in sustainable wealth, you have to follow these 3 steps, right? So what I shared with you just now is about the first step, about making money, right? Where you have the skills, you have experience, or yes, you have certain value, can make more money, right? But the moment you stop working, you're gonna make more money, right? So therefore, there are 3 steps to talk, we're going to actually explore, actually to ensure that all of us here have a sustainable income, right? So how do we do that? So the first step, we're talking about making money. And then the second step here is about locking. Locking means you're saving money. I've seen a lot of people, yeah, they're actually able to make a lot of good money every month, but by the end of each month, they spend everything. So let me ask you, is this person wealthy or not? Actually, it's not, right? Because there are nothing left in the end. So the second part, locking, is very important, right? So locking means saving money. And then once you're able to save money, and then the third part here, you need to grow the money. So there are 3 steps: making money, and then saving money, and then growing the money, right? So your feng shui to support you is not only the first part, not only on making money, but also on the locking the money, ability to save money, and then finally able to grow the money. Make sense, right? If it's just able to help you to support making the money, then then the moment you lost your job or you're not able to perform your job anymore, then you're screwed, right? So every time you set a feng shui, make sure these 3 points here are you need to pay attention, and then these 3 points here are handled, properly, right? That's why when you use feng shui, you need to ensure that the feng shui must support these 3 steps at every time, right? So locking the money means saving the money, and also growing the money, where the investment coming in. And then you ask me, what are investment? Yeah, I would say that the investment could be real estate, it could be our stocks, right? So, and then one more thing also very important is investment in yourself as well, right? That's the best investment, because your life will not become better until you become better, right? Yeah, so if you want to help your family, you want to make a better life for your family, it's not about telling your family that you love them, and yeah, the best way to prove your love is you invest on yourself, make yourself become better, because the moment you are doing well for yourself, don't you think all your family members will benefit from it as well? Yeah, that is the best way for you to show love to yourself and your family, right? So therefore, there's step one, making, lock in the money and then grow it. Yeah, it could be investment like real estate, stocks, and also investment in yourself. So your purple white, because purple white flying star, purple white feng shui here, they're changed every year. So you need to actually tweak it to support all of these three things. Yeah, because purple white is the effect will be very fast. Yeah, this is especially good for the generation right now. We want result fast, right? So therefore, is a popular system that I use a lot, and also a lot of our consultant use a lot, right? And last time, in order to actually to learn this art here, because they need to do research from the different sources of classic, and then all the classics they're written in a way that is very cryptic. You need a lot of understanding about Chinese metaphysics to decipher the code alone. But nowadays, we actually do all the hard work. Yeah, we do all the research, and then we find a way, a step by step, you actually can learn, this purple white. Yeah, because last time this is so-called the highly sought after knowledge. So therefore, because it's so hard to actually decode it, so it's not a lot of master they are willing to teach this. Yeah, so even they're able to teach it, they're going to charge you like, a lot of money, like 20,000, 100,000, that kind of thing here. But our academy doesn't believe that way to sharing information. Yeah, so yeah, we're going to charge like 100,000, right? So to do it. Yeah, so what we'll do here is, if you're interested to invest on yourself, I want to share with you one thing here is Datuk Joey. Yeah, we're going to actually teach Shuang Gong Masterclass. Yeah, Shuang Gong Masterclass. Yeah, in this coming 8th of and 9th of August 2020, right? So he haven't teach this class since like so many years ago. Yeah, but he decided to teach this on 8th and 9th of August 2020. So are you interested to learn from the master himself or not? On Feng Shui Shuang Gong Masterclass. Right? If you're interested, yeah, let me see who you are. Yeah, type the word me here. Okay, all right. So now, that if you're interested to do this, let me share with you what is the first step, right? Everything also must be a first step here. Yeah. So, and why I tell you, because this is very rare opportunity, because a lot of time the student asked Datuk Joey to teach this for so many years, but finally this year he willing to share this information, and he's going to do this online. Yeah, so which means that you can actually learn this right at the comfort at your own home, right? So let me share with you the information, yeah, and the investment here. So if this is what I'm showing you on the screen right now is a class. It's called Feng Shui Academy Shuang Gong Masterclass. It's a 2-day live stream class. And as I mentioned just now, we'll be on 8th of 9th of August 2020, right? So you can do this online. And then the investment or the tuition fees for this is 1,997, right? So this is the investment fees that I'm going to do here. And if you're able to learn this secret of Feng Shui, right, I would say that you can actually create a lot of Feng Shui miracles. Yeah, because all these are so. Last time is a closely guarded secret, and that's what you're going to share with you with everyone here. Yeah, so if you're interested, then you do this. And now, yeah, to encourage you further, right? So if you actually sign up for this Feng Shui Academy Shuang Gong class, you actually get a Feng Shui Academy. This one is also cost 997, and then now instead of paying the price of these two individual courses here, you only can pay one price, and then you get another one. right? So this is the thing here. So Feng Shui Academy is the online courses that recorded by Dr. Joey. They're going to share with you all the advanced technique about Feng Shui. Yeah, so pro, that's why we call it a pro. So you want to combine Shuang Gong with pro, instead of paying like $994, all you need to do is you only need to pay 997, right? So if you're interested, yeah, that's a link there. Yeah, so you can click on it, right? So on the link here, let me repeat, joeyup.com/get-sk. Okay. All right. So, and some of you may say, right, we're very busy and all those things, and all this here is recorded, right? It's recorded. So if you're not able to make it, yeah, or actually are able to make it on the live stream event, yeah, they'll replay available for you, so you can learn it from your own time, right? Okay. So if something important to you, I'm sure that you make some time of your busy schedule, yeah, to do this. Okay. So, and let me show you about the pro, right? The Feng Shui Pro, this is the syllabus inside the Pro Feng Shui. So you see like here is a 7-star robbery method. This is one of the very, very popular wealth formula, the Castle Gate method. All of this here is the purpose is to do one thing. Yeah, to actually 10x your Feng Shui of your house. Okay. All right. So now, again, let me summarize this. If you get the Shuang Gong Masterclass, you're going to get the Feng Shui Academy Pro for free. It's also online as well. And also, one additional bonus for you, instead of getting the Feng Shui Academy Pro, you also get the Feng Shui Academy Basic. Because I aware that some of you here are totally new to Feng Shui. So this Feng Shui Academy Basic is the one that we're going to include for you as a bonus if you sign up today, right? This one is like from module 1 to module 12. Here talking about all the fundamental of Feng Shui. Like someone asked about what is the number 1 star mean, what is the number 2 star means, right? So all these fundamental we cover on this Feng Shui Academy Basic. Yeah. So this program here now is as a bonus. So the moment you sign for the Shuang Gong Masterclass, not only you get the Feng Shui Academy Pro, you also get this Feng Shui Academy Basic as well. That's the first bonus. And then the second one here, also a super bonus for you as well. Yeah, this one is, if you like technical, then Dr. Joey, we're going to actually do another online course. And this is a bonus. You need to pay for this price, because if you sign for the Shuang Gong Masterclass, this is Dr. Joey talk about the technical. Yeah, the how behind all the formulas. Yeah, the know-how. If you like the technical part, you like to know how this formula are derived from, so you're going to like this Shuang Gong technical online course, which we're going to release on Q4. Yeah, that's the second bonus for you. Okay. All right. So if you look at this right now, let me explain to you here. If you're interested, just now we're talking about the Shuang Gong Masterclass, right? This is the one here, is 1997, and then you're going to get the Feng Shui Academy Pro also for if you sign up today. And then you also get the Feng Shui Academy Basic. Yeah, if you are very new to Feng Shui, you also get the Feng Shui coaching call session, because I think some of you learn already. You don't know, you have certain questions to ask. We have 6 sessions of coaching call where all of the students will log into our online platform, like Zoom or a webinar, where you can ask question, and then the coach will actually answer the question that you're not clear about. And then you also get the Feng Shui Explorer for 12-month subscription. And also you also get the Shuang Gong Technical, I explained just now. And all of this here added up, where if you buy all these items individually, you actually need to pay 8,285, right, as indicate here. But if you sign up here on this link, joeyup.com/get-sk, and this is a price you're going to get. You only need to pay $1,997, and you can get everything here included. Yeah, everything from the top to the bottom are included. And then this offer here, we're going to expire tomorrow at 12 sharp. Right. So if you actually sign up this 2 day after, which means it already expired, then you need to pay the original price, each of it, which will add up to 285. So you only have one more day left. And if the offer is closed, that means it's closed. Yeah, we cannot accept any other more intake. Okay. All right. So, and here, there's one bonus here. You see, there's a bonus here. One more bonus. Yeah, if you sign up now today, if you sign up now, there are one more bonus for you, and then the price is priceless. Let me show you what is this new bonus is. One more bonus. Yeah. So let me show you what it is. This is the one. Yeah. So this is a called Feng Shui Origin, the best Feng Shui stories I ever researched. So this is an online live stream event. So Dr. Joey will document his journey of learning Feng Shui. Yeah, the story that he learned from he practicing what is working, what is not working, or the where this Feng Shui coming from. You like to do some research on the Feng Shui origin. Dr. Joey will share with you all the background information about Feng Shui, right? And who is what the master that is a good on which system, everything here. And Dr. Joey haven't done this before, and for this time, yeah, this he's going to actually decided to share with you all this very personal story that he experienced on practicing Feng Shui, right? And then if you decide to do this, this is also included into the package as well. So let me summarize this for you. So everything here again is 1,997. If you are interested, click on the link joeyup.com/getxk, and then you're going to be able to secure, this whole package here. Yeah. So because this package will be closed again, let me remind again, tomorrow 12 midnight sharp. So yeah, if you see yourself, you're going to learn this, and we want to apply this and then transform your life, then that's where you can go. Okay. All right. So I hope you enjoy this little sharing of mine here. So, and if you are want to actually take a next step to actually transform your life, because when we learn, a lot of time we go into a learning mode, right? A lot of time we subscribe to a lot of online course, right? In the end, it's about learning, Yeah, but a lot of people focus on just learning. Only few people focus on transforming, right? So there's two-step process, Once you learn something, you must learn how to transform it, right? So that's why all our program here is very application-based as well. So we are not only teaching you the techniques, we also teach you how to apply it, right? Because any knowledge that you learn you didn't apply is good as nothing, right? So I would say that if you want to learn Feng Shui, Shangkong Feng Shui, in a deeper level, in the highest level, in the most effective level, where we use it not only for ourselves, for our client as well. So this is the best time to do this, right? So if you're interested, yeah, that's the link below, right? Okay. All right. So otherwise, thank you for your time, right? Thank you for your time for today. Yeah, we almost spent like almost 2 hours here together. So I hope you enjoy my little sharing of mine. I hope that one way or another, you are able to inspire you to take certain action, to create a momentum that lead to a greater life, right? So what we need here is not like creating a huge change for today or maybe tomorrow, right? I want you to actually make a little single step, one step at one time, one decision at one time, to lead to a great destiny, because that's how success are created. Yeah, it's not like through one massive so-called activity that create the success. It's one step, one right decision lead to another decision. And if you accumulate for 1 year, then you see results, right? So let me ask you, what is the right decision you think you can make today to lead to the outcome you want, right? Think about it, and then you yourself have the best answer. Yeah, you know what you truly want. Yeah, this is a part I cannot do it for you. I want to think about that, right? I will leave it with you tonight, and thank you, right? So I hope to see you guys maybe like during our next event. So till then, stay happy and stay healthy. I'm Iverson. See you guys again.